This program was made possible in part by the continuing contributions from viewers like you. Thank you.
Little dance move, little sidestep, and that's the Taylor Hill that we've known for the last couple years.
Jones reaches in, gets the rebound, but Taylor can't get the short-range shot. Buford with the rebound, and she cleans up the mess. Taisha Smith drives, uses the backboard to sink one. Central will go to the free throw line from here on out. Taylor with the right-handed layup. Keystone Productions proudly presents high school girls basketball. Welcome to the Jaguars Gymnasium, everyone, where we present a non-conference game, but a key sectional match to determine seeding later on in the playoffs, featuring the Jordan Jaguars and the Minneapolis Roosevelt Teddies. The sectional showdown will start in minutes. Hello everyone, I'm Mike Pete, glad to be back in your homes. Today's game is a key sectional matchup between Jordan and Minneapolis Roosevelt. This will determine seeding for the playoffs in March. Jordan coming into tonight at 16-2. Their only two losses to Class 4A powerhouses Centennial and Minneapolis South. Those losses will not affect them in sectional play. Minneapolis Roosevelt comes in at 13-6, but that record is a little deceiving. They have not been at full strength throughout most of the season. They got their top player, Shakila Boler, back recently as she recovered from an ACL-MCL injury over the summer. She has taken a somewhat muted role in her first two games back, but don't count her out. This will be a fierce contest tonight. For Jordan, their go-to players are obviously Brittany Chambers and Leah Dietel. Chambers averaging 23.7 points per game. Leah Dietel close behind. The two-player tandem does wonders for the Jordan Jaguars. Now it's time for the keys to the game. We'll start with the visiting Jordan Jaguars. First, they need to box out, rebound, and contest a three. It's the three generic keys to the game, but usually if you can handle those three things, everything else will fall in place. Second, they need to watch out for Shakila Boler. Again, Boler has been quiet in her return to Minneapolis Roosevelt, but in her first 2 years at Kennedy, she proved she can put up some offensive firepower. She is rebel to go to Minnesota next year, so she's definitely a player to keep an eye on. And third, they need to make sure Saria McGuire does not dish out to her teammates. McGuire leads the state in assists at 6.8 points per game and took a leadership role in the absence of Boler in the first half of the season, so they have to make sure McGuire doesn't get the dish. Now it's time for the keys to the game for Minneapolis Roosevelt. First, they need to contain Brittany Chambers. Again, Chambers averaging 23.7 points per game, has yet to score below double digits this season. Not many players can claim that accomplishment. Second, they cannot allow second chance shots. They have to keep Jordan to one and done, because even though the bulk of Jordan's scoring comes from two players, you give them second chances or third chances or even more, they will take advantage of them. Finally, they need to keep Leah Dietel off the boards. Dietel is the team's rebounding specialist, and she helps get those second chance opportunities. So those two keys will work together. If Roosevelt can take care of them, everything else might become a piece of cake for the Teddies tonight. The sectional matchup will start shortly. Coming up next, the starting lineups. Here are the starting lineups. We'll begin with the visiting Jordan Jaguars. For Jordan, players on the floor will be Michelle O'Malley at forward, Brittany Chambers at guard, Ashley Hartman at guard, Leah Dietel at center, and Emily Clark at forward. Chambers, a big player for Jordan, but don't forget about Leah Dietel. Dietel's averaging 18.1 points per game, second on the team in scoring, team's rebounding specialist, a player to watch for Jordan. For Minneapolis Roosevelt, the starters will be Saria McGuire at guard, Taisha Wright at guard, Brittany Finley at guard, Shakila Boler at guard, and Kaylani Edwards at center. Boler back in action. She missed most of the season recovering from an ACL-MCL injury. She was supposed to sit out all the season, but some efficient rehabilitation efforts have brought her back early. She's been quiet so far, but don't count her out. Three-man crew tonight. Both teams wearing maroon and gold. Jordan with the first possession. Here comes Chambers. Long two, no good. No, it bounces in. I miscalled it. I thought it was going to go out, but it does not. Jordan strikes first. Chambers, an explosive player. We see Jordan in their zone. Looks like it's a matchup zone, a box and one. But Saria McGuire breaks through and puts Roosevelt on the board. As I mentioned, McGuire averaging 14.1 points per game. Roosevelt playing man. It's getting loud. Chambers for three. No. Rebound Dietel. Chambers. No foul. There it is. It's going to go against Roosevelt. And that will send Chambers to the line. The foul is on Kaylani Edwards. That is her first. Brittany Chambers averaging 23.7 points per game. She put up 22 in her contest against Minneapolis South, the game we televised earlier this season. She's done a lot. She of course, will be headed to Kansas State. She gets both, has all 4 points for Jordan so far. Jordan continuing the box and one. Boler kicks out to Finley. Goes back to Boler. Boler, tough shot, short. Rebound Dietel. 2 boards for Dietel. She has a wide open O'Malley, but she can't capitalize, and Saria McGuire picks it up. McGuire to Finley. Finley drives, and traveling violation. Tried to draw the foul, but she took too many steps. Clark. Back to O'Malley. O'Malley, she gets fouled by McGuire. McGuire swung down. 9 times out of 10, if you swing down your arm, you're going to get called for the foul, regardless if you make contact or not. And so that will send Michelle O'Malley to the line. She's averaging 8.9 points per game. Makes her first. And for the Roosevelt fans, making a lot of noise early on. Two for 2 for O'Malley, 4 for 4 overall for Jordan from the free throw line. They are up 6-2. Edwards out to right for 3. No good. Boler with the board. There's no shot clock, so we'll see teams take their time. Scramble for the ball. Right is open for 3. Short again. Fight for the rebound. Goes to Finley. Back out to right. Boler. Thought about a 3. Pump fakes. Misses the 2. McGuire can't get the putback. 3 scoring opportunities. Or 4 scoring opportunities for Roosevelt. They all come up short. And O'Malley makes them pay. 8-2, Jordan. Edwards to Boler. Edwards, long 2, swish. 8-4. Hartman, too strong. Rebound Dietel, no foul. Clark picks it up. Mid-range jumper, count it! A late foul on Roosevelt on Saria McGuire. She's not happy with the call. That's McGuire's second personal. And Clark with a 3-point play opportunity. Can't complete it. Edwards with the rebound. Roosevelt also has 3 fouls. As a team, you're given 6. After that, you send your opponent to the free throw line. They've already used up 3. And Finley throws it away. Roosevelt a little nervous in the opening minutes. Chambers dances around the picket fence, but is too strong, and McGuire gets the ball. There was no rebound. Finley tried to get to Edwards. Edwards wasn't ready, and Roosevelt turns it over again. Timeout. Roosevelt, again, they look to be a little nervous in the opening minutes. 14:03 to go. Well, if you weren't with us for the last broadcast we had with Jordan, I mentioned that Jordan has a little bit of everything. They are one of few schools, if not the only one, to have 3 nicknames. They're known as the Jaguars for basketball, the Hubmen in other sports, and the Panthers for wrestling because they merged with Belle Plaine. And their school song happens to be the Minnesota Rouser, played at many University of Minnesota sporting events. And even the coach can't escape without getting in the story. There are 2 Paul Lambrechts, one in Belle Plaine and one in Jordan. I talked to Paul Lambrecht earlier this season, and he said I talked to both of them, and the other Paul Lambrecht, the one who's not coaching, says he gets a lot of calls and letters that are directed to the head coach at Jordan. So identity crisis doesn't over at Jordan, but it doesn't seem to be a problem given their history. Last shot for Jordan was no good. Wright, not going to give up on that 3. Can't get it to fall though. Chambers with the rebound. Jordan has numbers, and they back off. See Roosevelt continuing their man. Dietel.
No shot, here, ball's here.
Foul's going to go against Edwards. And that leaves Roosevelt with 2 fouls left to give. We have substitution for Jordan. Hartman goes out, and in comes Nora Hamer, a 5'4" junior guard. Chambers with 4. Gets around Finley, draws a foul, going back to the free throw line. So Roosevelt with just 1 foul left to give. They can't get in control quickly. This game could get out of control really fast. Chambers makes her first. She was 2 for 2 on her first trip. Samira Saeed steps in the game, replacing Kaylani Edwards. Chambers misses her second. 5 points for Chambers. Right, almost a shovel pass, and it works. Boler nonchalantly handed it off to Wright, and Wright gets the 2 points from inside. And Dietel muscles her way to the basket. 13-6 Jordan. Right now Roosevelt needs to establish some confidence, and they'll do that if they can start getting shots to fall. McGuire for 3, short. The 3-point shots not falling for Roosevelt. They may want to rely on something else for now. Dietel again muscles her way, this time to the right side. She's gone left, she's gone right, and used her strength to get herself on the board. She has 4 points. Boler has not seen any scoring yet, and she misses, but Wright is open. She can't get it to fall either. The shot's not falling for Roosevelt, and McGuire tries to steal it, but it goes out of bounds. And Hartman's going to come back in, replacing O'Malley. Chambers for 3. Bullseye! 8 points for Chambers, 18-6. Jordan in control early. That boxing one, I was going to say, that boxing one working well. And just as I say that, Jordan picks up their first foul. It's going to go against Ashley Hartman, but Jordan has 5 fouls left to give. Roosevelt has 1, so Jordan by no means in foul trouble yet. Boler again draws a hand check. It's going to go against Hartman again, and O'Malley's going to come back in, I presume, to replace Hartman, and it is. So 2 quick fouls on Hartman. And while Boler isn't scoring, what she's done already shows you just the abilities she has. She's already forced 2 hand checks, but Chambers with the steal. It's a one-on-one against McGuire, and she completes the left-handed layup. Chambers already in double digits with 10. Wright tries to answer, and Dietel draws the charge. And that's huge because Roosevelt is out of fouls to give, and Coach Tim Williams is going to call timeout to discuss that and some other things. Jordan doing what they want out there. A great charge by Dietel. And she saw Wright trying to force her way inside. Dietel was set, and that was lights out. And Chambers has been lights out in the opening minutes with 10 points. 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Although, speaking some things about Roosevelt, at the beginning of this game, they sung the Black National Anthem. One of their players, Caprice Stevens, sung the Black National Anthem. This February, of course, is Black History Month. A month that may have additional significance this year with the inauguration of President Barack Obama last month. Of course, the first African-American president and also the first biracial president in our nation's history. But enough about history. Let's get back to the game. See, Roosevelt now switching to a 1-3-1. Dietel loses the ball to Boler. Wright is open. And Dietel almost got the block, but she made contact with Wright, and instead she will get called for her first personal foul. It will send Wright to the free throw line. Free throw shooting suspect at best for Roosevelt, though. They shoot 52% as a team. Wright only 42%, 10 of 24 coming into tonight. Gets her first. And free throws, of course, make a big difference in these games, especially if it comes down to the end. Wright makes both. Jordan 4 of 5. Stolen again. That was Jasmine Bell. Well, Roosevelt showing their defensive abilities, but they can't turn them into points. And turnovers mean nothing if you can't convert them into offense for your team, regardless of the sport. Unless you're in baseball, because you can't get turnovers there. O'Malley for 3. Too strong. Rebound Saeed. Boler shut down so far. Again, she's still trying to return to full strength. She hasn't played too many games. So McGuire goes out to Saeed, and that's too strong. And the ball goes off number 22 of Jordan. That is Kelly Bestjens. So Roosevelt will get possession, but the shot's still not falling for the Teddies. Long way to go, though. McGuire to Boler. Boler gets around Chambers, and she gets on the board. Boler with 22 points, or 23 points in her first 2 games back. O'Malley was looking for an open Hamer. I don't know if she was or if she tried to get up a shot, but it missed. But Clark was there to save Jordan's possession. And Hamer now looks for Clark, and this time Hamer overthrows her target. And Roosevelt coming back right in. They're trying to catch Jordan falling asleep. They have Saeed open. Here she comes, and she draws the foul. We'll see if it pays off at the free throw line. Roosevelt was quick to get that ball in, trying to catch Jordan off guard. Almost like in football where a team will try to get a quick snap in a no-huddle offense when the defense tries to switch to try to force a offsides or a too many men penalty. Saeed at the free throw line. Makes her first. Saeed, 59% free throw shooter coming into tonight, 17 of 29. Averaging 10.5 points per game. Misses the second. 3 of 4 is Roosevelt from the free throw line. And the crowd slowly starting to expand or enlarge. No changes in the defensive formations of either team. Chambers for 3. Bullseye! 13 points for Chambers. Chambers picked up where she left off in her last Minneapolis visit. Jordan with their zone. Boler, long 2, short. McGuire almost got the save, but to no avail. Nice effort. Dietel for 3. Bullseye! Dietel does have that 3-point range, even though she's the center. It's 26 to 11. Now we see Corinne Cook in the game for Roosevelt. Tim Williams obviously looking for the right combination of players. Boler with just 1 basket in this half. With 8 minutes to go, it could be a factor of shooting right now. Hamer. That's a 3-point thunderstorm for the Jordan Jaguars. Roosevelt calls another timeout. 29 to 11. It's raining threes all over the place for the Jaguars. They've done a lot to take the crowd out of it. Well, while we're at a timeout, we'd like to remind you, if you'd like to order a DVD copy of this and any other game we televise at Keystone Productions, you can go online to www.keystoneprod.com. That's KeystoneProd, P-R-O-D.com. All games are available in the widescreen format for those of you who own widescreen televisions. Please visit Keystone Productions online to order your copy of High School Girls Basketball. We also like to remind you at halftime, we will show you interviews I conducted with Roosevelt's Shakila Boler and Jordan's Leah Dietel. So stick around for those interviews at halftime. Boler fights her way short. Well, if you look at the keys to the game, Jordan hasn't had to contest the 3 too much because Roosevelt isn't making them, so Jordan has no reason to be concerned about the 3. Bestjan's too strong. Boler with the rebound. And O'Malley with the steal, so Jordan with a chance to blow this open, although there's still a lot of time left. Clark gets the basket. No foul or whistle was called. Bell tried to get the charge, but the referees ruled it incidental contact. McGuire misses to Finley. It's 31 to 11 in favor of the Jaguars. And the cheerleaders are having fun, trying not to get too discouraged at this point. It's 7:03 left to go in the first half. In other words, there's an eternity of basketball left to play. But this game has gone Jordan's way since the start. Hartman to O'Malley. Out to Chambers, she's hot. Let her burn! 16 points for Chambers. You have to wonder how Roosevelt can respond. The first key is Jasmine Bell gets the inside bucket. In fact, that's exactly the key Roosevelt needs to win this game. They just need to work on their shooting. Chambers tries to get herself open. She's trying. She has the athleticism. And the Roosevelt fans certainly aren't discouraged, even though they're down by a country mile right now. They're trying to put the pressure on the Jaguars. And Clark with the three. And now the Jordan fans get fired up. If you're a Jordan fan, you're loving what you're seeing. If you're a Roosevelt fan, as Pat Sajak would say, you've got your work cut out for you. Cook misses the three. Hartman for three. No. Bastions saves it. Clark can't get it to fall. Rebound. McGuire stepped on the line. It will stay with Jordan. 37-13. Well, you have to love the poise from the Roosevelt fans. They don't want to throw this one away just yet. But their team has to work on getting those shots to fall. And Dietel again muscles her way for another layup. We're approaching the last 4 minutes though, right for three. Bullseye! The first three-point basket for Minneapolis Roosevelt. As I was saying, we're getting close to those last 4 minutes, and that's when strange things can happen. O'Malley misses, cleans up her own mess. So Roosevelt down by 25, but if they can develop some momentum going into halftime, that would be a big step. McGuire side steps her way, gets the layup. Everyone at Jordan was standing still. I'm assuming they thought she was going to get called for the travel, but she gets the layup. A big key for Roosevelt offensively is Dietel. Will she muscle her way again for another layup? Not this time. And the rebound goes to Boler. Boler's put up just 2 points. They have shut her down. Jordan has, I should say. Boler, spin move. No good. Rebound Chambers. Chambers using her speed. Gets around Finley. Draws the foul. Count it! Behind the back layup over Finley. A three-point play opportunity for Brittany Chambers. She has 3 of 4 so far. And the style of basketball, as Caprice Stevens steps into the game for Roosevelt, the style of basketball you're seeing as the foul goes against Finley, her second, is exactly why Jordan is the favorite to win the Class 2A state title. They have the complete package in Class 2A. Again, their only 2 losses were to Class 4A teams. It will have no effect on them. Finley for 3. Finley contributed off the bench in the Eden Prairie. She's a strong player, but O'Malley looking for the answer. Bullseye! Just when Roosevelt puts up a shot. Jordan's right there for the answer. Stevens draws a foul, so he's going to the line. Stevens, just 2 of 2. She's not used much, averaging 2.5 points per game. Foul is on Chambers, her first. The fouling is evened out after the flurry of fouls against Roosevelt in the opening minutes, but the scoreboard tells you who is in control of this game. Stevens misses her first. 3:04 to go in the first. Hartman comes in replacing Hamer. Stevens misses both. The intensity is there from Roosevelt, but again, Jordan getting their shots to fall. Chambers throws it away, looking for Hartman, but just missed. 47-21. Substitution. Hamer back in replacing Hartman for Jordan. Wright, still using the 3, not this time. And a foul on Roosevelt. It's on Edwards. And that will send Jordan to the free throw line as they are in the bonus. We'll put Clark at the line. Clark averaging 5.7 points per game coming into tonight. Makes her first. Now, while this game looks like it could be in the bake, it is by no means over. Roosevelt needs to work on getting their shots to fall. That's their biggest key, and they need to get some production going from their starters, particularly Shakila Boler. But this game is not over yet. Edwards for 3, in and out. The 3-point shot's also not falling for Roosevelt. And a traveling violation on Hamer. Jordan, while not playing mistake-free basketball, have executed well inside, getting substantial penetration, and the 3-point shots are falling. Wright now tries to drive again, and she draws the foul. And that means Jordan will be out of fouls to give, but Wright's going to the free throw line anyway. Fouls on Hamer. That will be her first personal. Wright misses her first. Gets it back in. Roosevelt, 3 of 6. Jordan, 5 of 6. Although free throws are not the thing Roosevelt needs to work on right now. They need to work on some other things. Foul on Jordan. No, 3-second call. A 3-second violation on Jordan. Substitution will have to wait for Jordan. They tried to get it in before they inbounded it. That was one play that did work in Roosevelt's favor. And a foul on Jordan. Finley draws it. It will go against Shauna Henderson, who's in the game for Jordan. She just got subbed out. Finley goes to the line, and now they'll send in substitutions. Hamer in for Hartman, Boler in for Stevens. Again, we'd like to remind you, coming up at halftime, interviews with Jordan's Leah Dietel and Roosevelt's Shakila Boler. And Finley misses her free throw, but Edwards gets it with the rebound. Jump ball, possession arrow, points to Roosevelt. McGuire out to right. Well, 3 missed, but a foul on Hamer, and because it was behind the three-point line, it will give Wright 3 three-point shots. The foul was in the act of shooting. So this will not be a 1-on-1 situation as Wright makes her first. While she's shooting these free throws, we'd also like to remind you that, believe it or not, we are approaching the final leg of our basketball coverage this season. Our remaining games will be Central and Osseo on February 7th, Minnehaha Academy and De La Salle on Valentine's Day, February 14th, and the Twin Cities game on February 28th at the Minneapolis site. Right now, it looks like Minneapolis South will be a lock, so the game would be there. Central looks like they will return to the Twin Cities game, what seems to be a long streak. They just have to beat Highland Park one more time, and unless the bottom falls out, it will be official. Wright makes all 3 of her 3 throws, but Chambers is back to answer. The key for Roosevelt going into the second half, but we still have time here, is not to try to get all their points back in one possession. Ideally, they would want to cut the deficit down to 10 points. Chambers is open, and a foul, and the basket counts. Chambers was open. The foul's going to go against Wright. She was late, trying to stop Chambers from an easy layup, and instead another 3-point play. Chambers already has 20. She's already approaching her average. As I was saying, ideally, Roosevelt would want to cut the deficit to within 10 with about 9 or 10 minutes left to go in the second to put themselves back in the game. But that's hard to do when you have a hot Brittany Chambers, who is on fire from all cylinders. Wright. Foul going to go against Chambers. Wright goes to the free throw line. The foul will be Chambers' second. Chambers got into foul trouble in her previous Minneapolis visit. And so Wright misses her first. And Wright 1 of 2. So Roosevelt 7 of 11. Jordan 6 of 7. But again, Roosevelt, they also need to start hitting their shots, and that's how they'll cut the deficit down. So we'll see if they can try to build some momentum at the final minute. McGuire's too strong. Roosevelt struggling from the floor. 30 seconds. Jordan may decide to hold for the final shot with the lack of a shot clock. Bestjens to Chambers, and Jordan is holding for the final shot. They had a couple open looks from behind the three-point line and decided not to take them. Now with less than 10 seconds, they will develop a play. 5, 4, 3, 2. They got to get a shot off, and the clock's going to expire. But Jordan has nothing to hang their heads about, at least in the first 18 minutes. They have dominated from the get-go and have a 54-26 lead going into halftime. Again, we will take you to interviews I had with Jordan's Leah Dietel and Roosevelt's Shakila Boler, so we'll take you to those, and we'll see you at the start of the second half. I'm here with Jordan center Leah Dietel, who will be headed to South Dakota State next fall. And Leah, you've done quite a bit this year for the Jordan Jaguars. You're second in the team in scoring and complete the two-person tandem. So how would you say your senior year has gone?
Pretty well. We're doing well as a team, and so that's all that matters, I guess. We only have 2 losses so far, and so we're just taking it one game at a time.
Well, and those 2 losses were to Class 4A powerhouses, and I can see it hasn't affected your team all that much. So how did playing those 4A powerhouses help set you up for a section game tonight that will determine seeding?
Even though we lost, I think those were 2 really key games for us. Really pushed us, and that'll only help us in the postseason. So we learned a lot from those games, and we'll take a lot out of them.
You will be going to South Dakota State, a team that has beat up on just about everybody in the Big Ten in non-conference play. They currently lead the Summit League. So what are your goals, and what do you hope to contribute next year when you start as a freshman for a team that was once a Division II program, now turning into a Division I powerhouse of their own?
Well, whatever I can do, I guess. I'm just really honored to be able to go into a program like that, and so just gonna keep working hard, I guess, and do what I can.
Your teammates are at it again.
Yeah.
Well, since we're on that subject, can you describe the camaraderie with your team? Because it seems like everybody just likes to have a good time.
Yeah, we've played, like most of us play volleyball together too, and we've been playing together since we were little, so we have a lot of fun and we have a lot of experience, which helps us, I think. So.
Now, I know guessing not too many people ask you this, but what are your academic hopes when you go to South Dakota State in terms of a major, or what else do you hope to get out of the educational experience?
I have no idea what I want to major in yet, but that was a big thing for me. They've led Division I and like all NCAA schools like the past 3 years, I believe. So that was a huge attraction for me. So going into a program like that academics are important to me, so that'll be a big thing too.
And I know there's still some season left, but when you look back and end your high school career and hang up that Jordan jersey for the last time, what do you want people to remember you for?
Just a hard worker who always gave 100%, I guess, and hopefully was a role model for others.
I certainly see you got the hard worker part down. Thank you for taking the time to speak with us.
Thank you.
Leah Dietel of Jordan. I'm here with Roosevelt point guard Shakila Boler. And Shakila, the last time we talked to you, you were wearing the blue and gold over at Bloomington Kennedy. Now you've had some time to try out the maroon and gold at Minneapolis Roosevelt. So how have you adapted to your new comrades?
I mean, most of it is just getting to know all the players and things like that. They all got good personalities. We've been getting along very well, and we're just looking for that chemistry on the court, you know, with all the new players coming in at once. So.
Now, you didn't see your first game until late January, so what are you going to do to try to catch up with the rest of the team, and how do you think Roosevelt will change now that they're at full strength?
Well, as far as me getting better, you know, it takes a lot of work, a lot of hard work, getting in the gym, getting in the pool, trying to strengthen my knee and everything like that. Just a lot of hard work. And the most thing I bring to the team is a little bit of calmness, you know, trying to keep everybody focusing together. But for the most part, the team's already pretty focusing together. So I'm just trying to win state. That's what we're getting to.
Well, I know to get there, you may have to face the team you're facing tonight, but obviously the brackets have to play out and other things happen. We've seen strange things happen in basketball before. So now what are you looking to learn by playing a section opponent tonight, and especially with one of the top teams in Class 2A?
The most thing we're trying to focus on is, you know, how are we going to beat them? You know, I mean, everybody's looking at we're a good team and we have that talent to beat this team, but then again, they're a great team, and we just got to capitalize on things we mess up tonight when we play them in sections in order to get where we want to be. So we're just looking for all the things we got to fix that we don't do right tonight. So.
Now, you've got a little while yet, but a lot of folks know you're going to be wearing a different maroon and gold in a couple years. She knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So again, a couple years. So what are you looking to improve for your game to bring to Minnesota in 2010?
2010.
I was doing the math right as I was asking the question.
All right. Basically, you know, you see that right there. I got to get a lot stronger, a lot faster. You know, the tempo is going to change, obviously. So I got to keep working hard and doing what I'm doing. And that's basically it. And make sure that, You know, I don't ever think that I'm too good to not practice, because practice makes perfect. So you got to practice the rest of your life because nobody's perfect. So get stronger, get faster, keep working hard.
Speaking of stronger and faster, Minnesota, you're not the only person going there. They have a lot of folks coming next year. Then they picked up Sari Noga, so you'll get to play with her later on in college. So what does that tell you, that with all these Minnesota players wanting to go to Minnesota, how will that help you adapt later on, having a lot of in-state players to work with?
Most of them that have verbal and stuff, I know most of them well, so we already have that friendship part and things like that. And I play with a couple of them also, so we also can have that chemistry. So it'll just be easier coming in 2010 and the next year after that, coming in and being able to work together. So it won't take long for us to adapt in that area because we'll already know each other. So.
Well, I'm sure you'll get stronger, and I'm not going to question your strength because you'll probably make a fool out of me if I do. So, well, thank you for taking the time to speak with us, and good luck tonight.
Thanks.
Shakila Boler, Minneapolis Roosevelt. Welcome back to high school girls basketball, being presented by Keystone Productions. This is a non-conference sectional game between Minneapolis Roosevelt and Jordan. Minneapolis Roosevelt wearing maroon, Jordan wearing white. Our in-game box score from the first half. Jordan all over the place. Brittany Chambers with 24 points, 5 of 6 from the free throw line. Leah Dietel, Emily Clark, and Michelle O'Malley all have 9 points apiece. Nora Hamer had that three-pointer in the first half flurry. For Roosevelt, Taisha Wright leads the Teddies with 12 points. She is 6 of 7 from the free throw line. Saria McGuire is next with 4. Brittany Finley with 3. 3 players are tied with 2, and Samira Saeed has 1. And the box score will tell you just how this game has gone. Roosevelt struggling offensively, and Jordan firing from all cylinders. And we are waiting for the officials to come out, I believe. There they are. Because the clock had stopped in anticipation to start the half. They had set the clock to 18 minutes. And then play stopped, presumably to get the officials out. Again, if you'd like to order a DVD copy of this and any other game we televise on Keystone Productions, you can go online to www.keystoneprod.com. That's KeystoneProd.com. All games are available in the widescreen format for viewers who have widescreen televisions. Please visit Keystone Productions online to order your copy of high school girls basketball. We start the second half, and Roosevelt continuing their defensive intensity. Shakila Boler still struggling, but she gets her own rebound. She had 2 points in the first half. McGuire misses the second chance, but the ball goes out of bounds, and possession will stay with the Teddies. They have their work cut out for them. They are facing a 28-point deficit. And if Roosevelt lets this one slip away as Taisha Wright gets the first basket, we could see a mercy rule come into effect. We have not implemented the mercy rule yet this year, but the mercy rule will come into play if the margin grows to 35 or more within 9 minutes of the second half. O'Malley with the 3, Dietel on the line, short, rebound Boler. Drives and gets the left-handed layup. So Roosevelt with the first 2 baskets of the game, and they're just looking to claw their way back, and even if they can't pull out a win tonight, although there's still a lot of time, learn some things against their opponent, because it's expected these two teams will play each other in the section final, as Hartman misses the 3, but that's not a given. Again, that's assuming if the brackets play out as expected. For Jordan. Hamer in for Hartman. Finley didn't realize she stepped on the line as she got that pass. And you cannot afford that, especially in the second half of the season. You have to keep that court awareness. Players need to know where they are on the court so that they don't get themselves caught by the baseline. Foul's going to go against Edwards. That will send Dietel to the line. Dietel, this is her first trip. 9 points in the first half. The foul is Edwards' third, and that will send Saeed in. That's presumably to replace Edwards. Dietel, not a strong free throw shooter, although as you saw in the halftime interview, she will be going to South Dakota State University next season. Misses both though. South Dakota State doing big things in Division I this year. They took down the Gophers. They've beaten up most of the Big Ten. They lead the Summit League and have turned from a Division II school into a Division I powerhouse. They are ranked in the top 25. A considerable accomplishment given their small lineup. They give up a few inches at every position. Leah Dietel muscles her way again. That's 11. She has one three-pointer, but Dietel with that inside penetration. Finley, Dietel draws the charge again. That's her second charge of the night. And that is Finley's fourth foul. She's out, and she's subbed out. I don't think we'll see her for the rest of this game, or for most of it. Chambers draws the foul. Roosevelt fans not happy with the call. Chambers was 5 of 6 in her first trip. Foul is on Wright, her second. Chambers with 24 points. That already eclipses her average of 23.7 just in the first half alone. This is the second. She is 6 of 8, shooting 75% for the night. McGuire stops, drives again. That shot is not falling for her. Boler backs out. Now goes back in. Tough shot, no good. Right idea, they're just not falling. O'Malley, not even close. Out to Boler. Roosevelt with a breakaway. Boler, left-handed layup is good. Boler with 6. Hamer for 3. Too strong. Jordan cannot get complacent. They are up by 25, but Roosevelt is not out of this. They are at full strength. They may not have the strongest team, but they do have ability. And Kaylani Edwards with a kiss off the glass. That was a tough off-balance shot. As I was saying, Minneapolis Roosevelt is at full strength. They have some talent on their end. Jordan throws it away. O'Malley was the recipient of the pass, but she can't handle it. Goes out of bounds. Roosevelt looking to make things interesting. Right for 3. Short. Rebound, Dietel. Dietel fights her way through. Amazing penetration inside. Dietel is going to do big things at South Dakota State. They found a gem in Dietel. She has muscled her way in most of the night. And then added that three-pointer just to show off her range. And a foul on McGuire. The Roosevelt fans thought it was clean. Referees determined contact was made. Roosevelt with 2 fouls left to give. That is McGuire's third. Chambers is open. I don't need to tell you what she did what she'll do when she gets an open look. 61-34. That's for three. Boler no good. Rebound goes to Boler. She can't get it to fall. Rebound goes to Bell. And the third time is the charm. That's the other thing Roosevelt needs to work on, those second chance opportunities. They had a hard time getting shots to fall, including possessions where they got multiple offensive rebounds. And so they need to focus one possession at a time, but they are running out of time. And Dietel, no foul, but she muscles her way in again. Roosevelt has found nothing to stop Dietel's inside game. Wright forces one up, no good. McGuire stops, pops, no good. And possession will stay with Roosevelt. Boler, no good. She has struggled. Foul on Roosevelt. No, it went out of bounds. I thought it was a foul on Roosevelt, but Jordan stepped on the line, and we have a substitution. Hamer for Hartman. McGuire up and in. McGuire was 6. Both teams trading baskets. The closest Roosevelt has cut the lead in this half is 23. The defensive intensity is there for the Teddies. They've proven they can get stops on defense. And Chambers went in to get the block, and instead will get called for the foul. She had the block, but she made contact, crashed into Wright, and that's going to be a foul 9 times out of 10. That is Chambers' third personal. Wright gets the roll. She was 6 of 7 from the free throw line in the first half. She shoots 42%. She's coming into tonight. So Wright doing really well from the free throw line, at least so far. But she misses her second. Foul on Roosevelt. They have one foul left to give. The foul will go against Jasmine Bell. That is her first personal foul. Chambers throws it away. She might have thought someone was going to do an alley-oop. I don't know who she was looking for. Wright tries to get inside, no good. Scramble for the ball. Goes to Stevens, but she can't get it to fall. And Dietel with the rebound. And the fact that Stevens is in the game as she tries to get the charge, but Chambers stops herself, and Clark gets the three. Chambers stopped herself just in time. And Clark with the open three. McGuire with the answer. Short, and the rebound goes to Hartman. Chambers stops, pops, short. Rebound, McGuire. Long court pass to Wright. Wright with the right-handed layup. She's done well tonight for Roosevelt, but she is not getting much support. As I was saying, this Stevens in for Boler may suggest that Boler is not at 100%, even though she is now medically cleared to play. She might have to work her way back up to 40-minute endurance or 36-minute endurance. She hasn't played in too many games so far. Dietel, long two, or mid-range two, no good. Chambers with the rebound, and she cleans up the mess. It's been all Brittany Chambers for Jordan, with some help from her teammates. McGuire with the answer. And with about 9 minutes to go in the second half, if you were to look purely at the score sheet, the point totals for every player, you could see that Jordan, they have their top dog, Brittany Chambers, as Leah Dietel will go to the line. She draws a foul. That is Roosevelt's last foul to give. You would see Chambers is getting a lot of support. No. It's a flagrant foul. It's a flagrant foul on Stevens. They ruled it a flagrant foul. Jordan will take a timeout. So I was saying Chambers, their top dog, having her game, getting a lot of support. Taisha Wright putting up big numbers for Roosevelt, but she is getting no support. So we have a timeout here with 8:50 to go in the second half, 68-43. Again, if you'd like to order a copy of this and any other game we televise here at Keystone Productions, you can go online to www.keystoneprod.com. That's KeystoneProd.com. All games available in the widescreen format. Visit Keystone Productions online to order your copy of high school girls basketball. We talked about Roosevelt's lack of support options. It's somewhat ironic because coming into tonight, Roosevelt had 6 players averaging double figures. Shakila Boler with 11.5 points. Obviously, she hasn't played too many games yet, so it will take a while for her stats to level out. But when you look at the Roosevelt stat sheet, putting up 68 points per game, they have it. Their team certainly has offensive capabilities, and they have the ability to spread the ball around. McGuire leading the state in assists with 6.8 points per game, leading the team in blocks at 3.2 a game. Oh, hello. I didn't realize I was on camera. We'd like to thank our production staff here at Keystone Productions for their hard work in bringing us this game and what has been the most peculiar of seasons here at Keystone Productions. And with Bob Miller down on the sidelines, and Dietel goes to the line. She gets her first. Now, because it was a flagrant foul, Dietel will get 2 shots and the possession, which is why no one is lined up at the free throw line. And Dietel makes both. Chambers drives, Stevens with the rebound. Wright for 3, bullseye! And you have to give credit for Taisha Wright's performance in tonight's game. She is definitely the player of the game for Roosevelt. And something to build on as Roosevelt begins their final month of the season, as they finish out the conference. Hartman with the left-handed layup with 8 minutes to go. Jordan up by 26. It looks like Jordan's going to extend their undefeated streak against non-conference opponents that aren't in Class 4A. We have a jump ball, possession arrow will go to Roosevelt. And now Stevens comes out. She is replaced by Boler. Wright again for 3, no good. Wright is doing well for Roosevelt, but you can't do everything. You can't win games by yourself. And that will be the key for Roosevelt for the remainder of the season, is how to utilize team play. Hartman called for the traveling violation. They have a lot of individual players who can contribute. They can find a way to string them together and have them support each other that will help carry them for the remainder of the season. Again, they're too far back to pose a threat to Minneapolis South in the Minneapolis City Conference. Boler for three. That looks short, and it is. And the other factor, as O'Malley with the open layup, the other factor for Roosevelt in determining their future is how healthy Shakila Boler will be and how long will it take for her to get back to her A game. Again, she suffered an injury. McGuire with a no-look dish to Saeed, and Saeed gets her first basket of the second half. So a razzle-dazzle play by Roosevelt. McGuire again leads the state in assists. Looks like she was going to drive and found the hole. Dietel up and in. Roosevelt, they will have some players to build on next year. It'll be how well can they string together. Finley misses the three. How well can they work together will be their key. Jordan will be losing Chambers and Dietel. Chambers for three, no good. Bestjens picks it up, and we have another scramble for the ball. The jump ball, possession goes to Jordan. And Clark and Hamer in for Hartman and Bestjens. Saeed is out, in comes Edwards. Jordan's top two scorers will be graduating next year. Chambers too strong. She's cooled down a little bit this half, but Aisha Wright picks up the rebound. A lot of folks feel charge. Chambers this time picks it up. McGuire, the look on her face says, what do I have to do to... Looks like she was banged up a little bit. She is... That's her fourth foul, but it looks like something happened with her right knee or right leg. She's seeing if she can play, and it looks like she is. We'll see what happens. She was, you can tell she's still feeling sore in her right leg. She is not putting all her weight down on her right foot, at least not yet. Now it looks like she is. Jump ball, Roosevelt will take possession. As I was saying, Jordan, a lot of fans feel this is their best shot to win a state title. They came close last year, falling to Albany in the 2A state tournament final. And Roosevelt still playing like they want to win this game, right for three. I think someone got in her face, but Boler with the rebound. This time Wright goes inside, but that shot was off. Edwards, not strong enough. Jump ball, and possession points to Jordan. If you're keeping track, Roosevelt's out of fouls to give, but by now it's a moot point. Mercy rule not in effect yet because Jordan's lead is not 35. Jordan would have to go up by 35 or more for the clock to start running. Right now they're up by 28. Clark for three. Bullseye. McGuire for three, too strong. Jordan's last, Clark was open, and she's too strong. And a lot of Roosevelt players thought he was going to get it. They did force the stop, but they were late in getting there. They thought it was going to be another layup, and they were going to let that one go. You see Lambrecht still coaching, even though his team has got this game in the bag. He's not going to give up. Chambers, are you kidding me? No, you're not kidding me. Wright, this time draws the blocking foul. Dietel tried to draw the charge again. Wright will go to the free throw line. The lead is now 34. For the clock to go back to stoppage time, the trailing team has to come back within 30 for the clock to stop. Wright makes her first. Good night for her. Shooting well from the free throw line tonight, although she's missed a couple in this half. The lead is 33. Wright with the steal. Edwards up and in. Who knows how the outcome of this game would have changed had more of those shots gone in for the Teddies. But you still see teams playing with intensity out there. Boler, no look pass to Bell. So some exciting plays for Roosevelt at the end of this game. As Boler picks up the assist, Bell with the basket. Dietel long two, no good. Gets her own rebound. 3 minutes to go. Chambers, look to get inside. Bell with the steal. McGuire out to Wright. Wright for three. No good. And the rebound goes to Boler, but she can't buy a basket. McGuire. Third time is the charm again. So Roosevelt with the mini run. And Jordan calls timeout. Going to talk some things over. Even though they've got this game won, I don't think Lambrecht wants this game to end with Roosevelt putting up a big run. And right now, with 2:36 to go, the focus is not on what you do to win the game, but what you will do to look ahead, to build for the next game. Roosevelt will finish out play in the Minneapolis City Conference. Jordan will finish out play in the Mississippi 8 Conference. Jordan not facing much competition from their conference opponents. Again, their two losses have come against non-conference foes. Roosevelt dealt with some upset losses in the Minneapolis City Conference, largely because they were not at full strength. Now they're at full strength. This game expected to be a lot closer than it is. But this is not the game that counts for either team. These two teams know they may have to play each other again for the right to play in the state tournament, depending on how seeding goes. Dietel to Chambers, and Jordan playing much more conservatively now. They don't need to run up the scoreboard, mercy rule or not. Dietel muscles her way again. I've used that term like a broken record, but that is what she does best. Boler, tough shot, no good. Possession will stay with Roosevelt. The fact that Roosevelt has played enough to prevent the mercy rule from going into effect does suggest that they are not necessarily a bad team, but perhaps they were caught on a bad night. They've hung with other powerhouses like Eden Prairie, ranked in the top 10 in the max reps poll for Eden Prairie, pulled away. Boler for three, bullseye. 9 points for Boler, but it comes too little too late to be of any use for the Teddies, at least for tonight. Backcourt violation on Jordan, but by now it's a moot point. And Lambrecht now sending in his reserve unit. It's going to seed his starters for the night. And Boler, well, 5 quick points. Again, things to build on for the next, so she gets to 11. But essentially, she was shut down throughout the game, and that's how Jordan, well, that's one of several reasons Jordan will win this game tonight. On the floor for Jordan are Kelsey Chambers, number 24, at least the players that you're not used to seeing. Traveling violation on Shauna Henderson. And also in for Jordan, number 11, Courtney Steven. Courtney Stever. 58 seconds to go, and the Roosevelt fans starting to pack up here. And Hamer's now going out. She will be replaced by Kelsey Lambrecht. I'm assuming she's related to the coach in some way. McGuire to Bell. Bell up and in. Falls hard. And we're going to have an injury timeout. She fell hard on her face. I don't know if we got that look on that on replay, but if we do, we'll show you. Not the way you want the game to end for Roosevelt. Certainly not after the type of game they've had tonight. She made that basket and she fell down hard. Could be an arm. They get her up. And it looks like it's a knee problem. She is not putting any weight on it. So Bell will sit out for the final 49 seconds. I don't think it's too serious. She got up pretty quickly, and I think perhaps a sprain or a cramp. Just they're going to put some ice on it. But it doesn't appear to be too serious. Bestjens to Stever. Stolen by Edwards. See, Boler's also out. And in her place is Tyanika Cage. Foul on Jordan. Fouling, not an issue for Jordan this half. Up until now, they only had 2 fouls called against them. That's their third. McGuire out to Cook. Cook for 3. No good. 10 seconds to go. So Roosevelt will fall to 13-7. Jordan will go to 17-2. In a game that was decided early. Jordan will run out the clock. Or not. Well, they will run out the clock. They were looking to get one more basket. Would have been a moot point anyway. 84-62 to final. Jordan goes to 17-2. Roosevelt falls to 13-7. Roosevelt with some work to do in the final leg of the season. Jordan running on all cylinders. Again, we saw tonight why they are a favorite to win the Class 2A state tournament. Again, if you'd like to order a DVD copy of this and any other game on Keystone Productions, please visit our website at KeystoneProd.com. That's KeystoneProd.com. For everyone here at Keystone Productions, this is Mike Peden. So long, everybody.
This program was made possible in part by the continuing contributions from viewers like you. Thank you.